Good morning, students. Today I'm going to give an introduction about the financial statement analysis. So, financial statement analysis, chapter 8. So, it talks about the preparation of the income statement and also the balance sheet at the end of each accounting period. So, what is income statement? Income statement is nothing but your trading, profit and loss, and also it talks about the manufacturing account. In your 11th standard I would have taught you about the trading and the profit and loss account. So here there is an inclusion of manufacturing account also. So first, normally any organization will first prepare the manufacturing account and then trading, then move on to the profit and loss account. Okay, why this income statement is being prepared? Income statement is being prepared for finding out the net profit or net results of the business organization. Net result talks about, it can be net profit or net loss. Okay, that is called as income statement. The second part of the financial statement is balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet is nothing but where we assemble or group all the fixed assets, current assets together in the asset side, and we group our liabilities, that is current liabilities and other liabilities, towards the liability side. So balance sheet shows the actual financial position of the business. Okay, so these two are the basic forms of financial statements, and apart from these two basic statements, they also prepare the cash flow statement, funds flow statement, and statement of changes in the financial position also. Okay, then moving on to the features of financial statements. First and foremost feature is that it is being prepared at the end of every accounting period. So whatever the transactions has occurred in that particular accounting period, all those are grouped together, or all those are accounted in that particular accounts. Okay, then the second one is, any financial statement is prepared only once for the organization. That is, there is no department wise statements as such. Okay, for an organization there will be only one financial statement. Then the third one is, as we saw, we are going to prepare the income statement and the balance sheet. So in the balance sheet we always group all the items together, that is fixed assets, then your current assets, likewise current liabilities, and then your other liabilities. Okay, so grouping of all the accounts of similar nature will happen in the financial statements. Then the fourth one talks about historical cost. So historical cost is nothing but, for an example, if you purchase a furniture, okay, maybe on Jan 1st 2020, if you have purchased a furniture, say for rupees 15,000, when somebody asks you at what cost did you pay for this furniture and what is the cost of the furniture, we immediately say it is 15,000 and not the actual cost as on that date, which means it would have got depreciated. That depreciation will not be shown in the financial statements. Then moving on, basically financial statements are prepared based on the accounting principles and also the standards. So there are certain principles and standards given for accounting. As we all know, there is always a procedure that has to be followed, so that will be followed while preparing the financial statements. Then here financial statement will involve the personal judgment, that is what kind of a method are we going to follow for calculating depreciation or the reserve or profit distribution, whatever it is, the personal judgment are there in certain cases. Okay, then significance of financial statement. So financial statements, as we saw, it shows the net results of the business organization and also shows the financial position of the business. So how it is helpful to the management and to others as well. First, to the management, it helps the management in taking any decision for the future, or if it has to control any of the business activities, that can be done based on the financial statements. To the shareholders, so basically shareholders when they invest, they always will look into the growth in the business, right? So whenever there is proper growth in the business, only shareholders will retain and continue investing in that particular organization. So financial statement helps the shareholders to decide whether to continue in the firm or not. Then the potential investors, so these are the people who in like they actually invest in the business. Okay, their intention is not to purchase and sell immediately, they are the actual investors of the business concern. Then to the creditors, so basically all the creditors must know whether the organization is capable of repaying the debt whatever they got from their financial institutions, right? So for that purpose creditors will need the financial statements. Then for the banks, so for every business organization there will be bank account, and in that if they need they will actually go on for bank overdraft or bill discounting also, so and so. So for that purpose, bank will require the financial statement of the organization, because at times RBI asks for the credit letter of credit. So in that case, if they are going to import or export, in that case letter of credit is important. So in that case, bank has to give a letter of credit stating that yes, this person is capable of doing say rupees 2 crore business or 20 crore business or so on. Okay, so for that banks need the financial statements of the organization. To the government, so here to assess the or to evaluate the tax, how much the company has to pay and so on, we need the financial statement. And the next one, the most important, is to the employees. The employees depend on the salaries paid by the business organizations. So the employees must definitely know how much the business is happening in the organization, for how much profit they are gaining, whether they are worth, whether it is worth to work in this particular organization. So for that reasons financial statements are required even for the employees. Then moving on to the limitations of the financial statements. Limitations are nothing but your disadvantages of the financial statements. First is qualitative information. In any organization they always talk about quantity, that is monetary values, money value, not about the efficiency of the business, efficiency of the management, or efficiency of employees, or all these things are totally being ignored. Non financial aspects are not shown in the financial statements. Record of historical data, so as I said, we'll be recording only the history of the particular asset or liability, assets basically. Okay, so in that case there is no point in preparing the financial position or finding out the financial position through these financial statements. Then price level changes are not being shown in the financial statements. They won't show any changes in the current price level. Okay, they'll be showing only the historical data, right? So automatically price level changes are not being shown. Lack of consistency, so accountancy itself has so many methods, right, while calculating depreciation, like what we saw in goodwill, right? So like there are so many methods, so it is not that a organization has to follow one particular type of method throughout its life of the business. They can every now and then change, so there is no consistency, and because of lack of consistency they cannot even compare their own with their own business and also with the other businesses. Give only interim reports. So interim reports means for that particular year, every year at the end only you will know what is happening in the business organization. So because the financial statements are being prepared only at the end of the accounting period, so it gives only about the interim report. So financial statements may not reveal the exact position of the business concern. Then limited access to the external users. So external users are nothing but our potential investors, creditors, bankers, shareholders. These people are external users in any organization. So these people are restricted only to certain information. There are certain confidential information where any organization will not reveal it, right? Then influenced by personal judgment. So as we saw, method of calculation of depreciation, or method of like provision of reserve or profit distribution, whatever, like these things are being judged personally, that is the board of directors will decide on their own, right? So in that case there are more amount of chances of making mistakes while preparing the financial statements. Then financial statements of the companies. So here it talks about, it includes the balance sheet, profit and loss, income and expenditure, cash flow, statement of changes in equity, and even it includes the funds flow statement also. Then it gives the true and fair view of the state of affairs, that is nothing but your statement of affairs is nothing but your statement of assets and liabilities. And the next point is that it also states that the financial statement shall be prepared in the form provided, that is, this is schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. In this form only your income statement and the balance sheet is being prepared in the companies. Okay, so this is followed as per the Companies Act of 2013. Okay, so this is the format of that.